tonight, the Segundo Museum of Art is having their Eat exhibit, which guess what? It's about food. Let's take a step inside and see what everybody is sinking their teeth into tonight.
Tonight is the special preview of our Spring Experience Eat, which invites visitors to experience and savor the creative power of food.
This show is actually exemplifying in a very, very nice way how a collaborative exhibition can start.
It's a very grand overview of how artists relate to, respond, and use food in their work.
It's a great theme. It has a wonderful sort of sense of variety to it. And all the artists have all these different expressions, which is really quite amazing. You know, from physical things to paintings and drawings and photographs and all that. So you run the gamut of how food could be defined.
The piece that I created is called Curios. It's a silkscreen print that I did around using 6 colors. And it's an image that I thought would be a fun way to play with something that I grew up eating. Part of our pop culture 80s eating cereal as a child. But then kind of flipping it and saying, okay, well, we can eat Cheerios, but we could eat Curios. And as like celebration of LGBTQI folks. And as a way of really celebrating our identities, our uniqueness. Cheerios it's based out of corn. But if we did Curios, it would be non-GMO, so it wouldn't be a genetically modified corn, but use something that's indigenous, that's natural and organic corn, as well as being something that's good for us to eat.
This painting, the title of it's LH457. It's an in-flight meal on the flight from LAX to Frankfurt. So I tend to paint these places that people don't go to be there. So this in-flight meal is a sort of very logical subset of that, because you're definitely trapped, like you can't, and you're definitely also you're there to be somewhere else.
We call our exhibitions Experience because we feel like everyone who joins and comes to ESMoA will be automatically part of the show.
So today, at the Eat show, we wanted viewers to be able to not only see but also taste the flavors of the Philippines as well. And flavors that I grew up eating, as well as people who grew up in the Philippines. I'm from LA, but I grew up eating all of this stuff. When you're here in LA, a lot of establishments are owned by larger entities, but in the Philippines, when you're buying something from someone who owns the store immediately. And so there's a lot more immediacy in personal interactions, and I wanted to bring that to El Segundo.
So how have people been engaging with your piece today? What do we do?
So you are welcome to pick a piece of snack.
Well, thank you so much. Could I get those, please? What are those?
These are Oishi prawn crackers, and the name is actually Japanese, but on the back you can see that it was made in the Philippines. Yeah.
I'm getting me some prawn crackers.
Yes.
Yeah, Prison Gourmet is a project that I did in 2009. It was a performance originally, a 2.5-hour performance that I did at LACMA. It was inspired by my brother who went to prison at the time, and I was really intrigued by the recipe that he had sent me. And it was put together out of commissary food items that he had, that I had actually purchased for him and he had chosen in his cell. So I thought it was really great to be able to see it and recreate it. And as I made it, I thought this is really creative, really ingenious, and I think it's such an important way of telling also a narrative about food and taste, and so I wanted to make that about this.
I mean, the theme of food is something that really ties us all together.
The last 2,000 years of recorded history, thinking about how artists have used food as subject, politicized, also as muse.
I'm really happy to be a part of it. I think Bernhard did a great job putting the show together.
If there's one thing we can take away from tonight's Eat exhibit at ESMoA, it's that collaboration. It tastes pretty sweet. We at El Segundo TV thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.